Hi everyone, welcome to LiveChat Tips and Tricks webinar. My name is Justina and I'll be your host and presenter today. I'm joined by my colleague Daniel and we will show you some of the best tips and tricks to help you make a better use of your LiveChat. Both of us work as support specialists at LiveChat. So today's webinar's topic is especially close to us and our experience because we use those tricks that we are about to show you a lot. They help us maximize our usability and performance. So I hope that today we'll be able to share with you some of these and show you some features that you may not be aware of. And that we will help you to make the most of your live chat. Okay, so this presentation is designed for both agents and admins who manage settings and deployment. So both of you will be able to get something for you from it. So let's have a look at today's agenda. We will start off from a few words about notifications, and we'll show you how to plug them into Slack. So if you're using Slack in your office, this will be a great tutorial on how to stay on top of things and never miss on anything important happening at your live chat and within your application. Then we will move to keyboard shortcuts and we'll show you how to use them to speed things up a bit. We will also discuss canned responses and we'll show you how to use them with multiple groups. Daniel will then show you notifications for a ticket and we'll discuss daily summary emails. We will also take a few minutes to show you how to create a direct chat link and some cool ways of using it for example, email signature or how to add it to a QR code to a poster. We'll also discuss chat routing and think about best chat routings for your business type. Then we will move to agent settings, so chat limits and after login status. And at the end, we'll take just a couple of minutes to talk about more advanced stuff. So we'll show you how to create separate chat sessions so that you can use different groups for different domains. And at the end, we will hold a Q&A session and we will try to answer as many questions as possible. But we have quite a crowd today, so we may not be able to answer all of them. Still, feel free to put them in the comment box. We have Peter assisting us in the chat, so he'll be available to you throughout the whole webinar. And if we're not able to answer all of your questions, then we will post them along with the webinar tomorrow on our website. Okay, so I hope that you will get a good amount of knowledge out of this webinar and will be able to use your live chat to the fullest. Okay, so over to Daniel.
Okay, hi guys. To start off, it's worth knowing that LiveChat supports a few built-in notification functionalities, which are both pop-up and tone-based. There are 5 different notifications available out of the box. You can access them all by hovering over your name and selecting notifications. As you can see, there's a notification on new message in chat. This one is actually always enabled. There's a notification on incoming chat. You're also notified when a visitor enters the queue before the chat. And we have a notification for the visitors that come to your website for the first time and for the returning ones. There's also an option to repeat the sound for the new message in chat. And lastly, if you this one. And lastly, if you don't want to be disturbed while listening to Katy Perry, you can also mute all sounds and rely on the pop-up notifications only. Aside from that, you can enhance live chat notifications by integrating it with your Slack account. To those of you who are not familiar with Slack, it's a application designed for chatting, for business chatting, which in fact is just like LiveChat. It's pretty easy to use, and because of that, because users absolutely love using Slack, we've prepared an integration with it that lets you make even more of these two tools. This integration, it allows you to more of live chat notifications. Like for example, it can let you know whether there's a new chat started or a customer enters the queue. Okay, so yeah, there's no native plugin for this integration, so we need to use a third-party application called Zapier to create one. Okay, and without further ado, let me just show you how it needs to be done. First of all, we need to create an account with Zapier. Once it's done, we need to click on Make a Zap. Choose a trigger app, which is obviously LiveChat. Choose an action app, which is Slack, so surprise, surprise. Then we have to choose a trigger. There are 3 triggers available. There's a finish chat, new visitor in queue, and new chat trigger. For the purpose of today, we'll choose the new chat trigger. After that, choose an action, which is send new message. Okay, we can click on continue and connect our LiveChat account. So we need to set a name, provide our LiveChat login email address, and API key, which can be found upon clicking on this link or by going to Agents, Edit, for Developers, and here it is. And click on Continue. Okay, we've been notified that everything is okay. Continue. Then we need to connect our Slack account. Okay, pick an existing team, authorize, sweet. Continue. Here's an option to adjust a few triggers to your LiveChat notification, but we'll skip this part. Here in this section, we need to customize it a bit by specifying the channel or agent to which the notification is sent. We'll send it to me. Then we need to set the name, the text for the message, which is, for example, hi, there's a new chat with, and let me just insert a field, let's say this one. Okay, these fields are optional, so we also skip them and click continue. Okay, now we need to run a quick test. We are asked to create a brand new chat in LiveChat. To do so, we'll go back to our account, click on Settings, preview a chat on sample page, so this link needs to be clicked. Time to start a chat. Let's name Daniel, start a chat. Wow, that was unexpected. Okay, so let's get back to the section. I did this. And processing. Yeah, all done. Okay, so, okay guys, fingers crossed. Works like a charm. Hey, there's a new chat with Daniel. Need to click on continue, set a name for this app. Let's call it LiveChat. New chat and turn it on. That's all. Simple as that. Um, in my opinion, you should guys definitely consider playing around with Zapier, with this integration. And yeah, it's pretty darn useful, especially if you don't want to have your customers go into the queue at the beginning of the chat. So if you don't want to have queued visitors, and at the same time, if you have your agents that, well, they are not logged in 24/7, and you don't have time to let them know that they need to log in and start accepting chats. Okay, that's all in terms of Slack. Over to you, Justina.
Thanks, Daniel. And keyboard shortcuts. I'm very glad to discuss this topic because shortcuts are one of those things that I love to use and learn, and not only with LiveChat. To me, shortcuts are a must if you want to be efficient in using any application. They may seem like not such a big deal because you can perform exact the same action using a mouse, which will take just a few seconds, but then seconds add up to minutes, and minutes make up for hours. So using shortcuts can really speed things up. At LiveChat, we have quite a few shortcuts. This screen shows you shortcuts for a Mac, this one's for a PC, but as you can see, those shortcuts are virtually the same. The only thing differing them is for a Mac you use an Option key, and for a PC you need to use an Alt key. But these are the same, they're positioned the same on the keyboard, so if you're a Mac user, you will get a preview of Mac shortcuts, and the same with PC. Okay, I do know that learning shortcuts may not be all that easy, but guys from LiveChat, they designed it so that LiveChat shortcuts are arranged in a very intuitive way. So you use your left hand to call the command keys and your right hand to call the action keys. So using them will just come very naturally with practice. And also, if you cannot remember all of them from the start, you can just use another hotkey, which is this one here. It's Shift and slash, and then you will get this list pop up on your agent screen. So what I'm going to do now is actually go to the agent application and demonstrate it. So I'm pressing a Shift key, now a slash, and there you go. List comes up. Okay, so with that, I'll move back to the slideshow and over to the next tip, which is using canned responses for multiple groups. Canned responses are those predefined messages for commonly asked questions. They really save time for your agents and are very easy to use. Your agents will only need to press a shift sign, sorry, not shift, but hash sign, followed by a tag that's assigned to this given canned response. And canned responses can be used both in chats and in tickets. I will show you how to create a canned response. So let me jump back to the agent application. You will need to go to settings. We're already here. Then to agent tools and canned responses. So here is the input field where you type in your canned response. Then you add a tag to it and hit on save. Now, when you're using departments with your live chat, you can also create canned responses that will be department specific. To do so, You'll need to pick a group from this drop-down menu, then choose a group, let's say sales, type in your response and add it. A tricky thing here is that if you have an agent that's assigned to multiple groups, he or she will still get all the canned responses from all the groups that he or she belongs to. So to avoid this, you can, well, we figure out a way to avoid this by simply adding a prefix to a tag that you create. A good way to do it would be using something memorable. So, for example, an initial letter that stands for your department, or initial letters if you have multiple departments starting from the same initial letter, like sales and support. Let me show you how you can use it in a chat. Here we have a chat started. So let's say Daniel wanted to ask us something about our pricing, which is a question connected to sales department. And I'm an agent who's assigned to all of the groups. So if I start typing just the tag, I will get all of the canned responses. So let me type in the S for sales, an underscore. Oops, sorry, forgot about the hash. So S for sales, an underscore, and there you go. I get the list shortened to tags that are connected only to the sales department. So let's say Daniel wanted to ask me about pricing, and I got the answer ready. If Daniel wanted to ask me something about billing, then I just hit B for billing, and I get the answers ready. So canned responses are a great way for speeding things up. And as I said, if you have agents assigned to multiple departments, then using this method would be a great solution for sorting those responses in a very useful manner. Yeah, I think that's it about canned responses. So going back to the slideshow and over to Daniel again.
Okay, a long time no talk. Hi guys, what's new? Okay, so there are two types of emails that LiveChat send to you on a regular basis. First of all, there's the daily summary email, which is a rundown of your agent's LiveChat activities. It includes the details on the number of chats and missed opportunities you had the previous day. Additionally, there's also an overall chat satisfaction score. So yeah, and just like the name says, it's sent to you on a daily basis. Um, then we have the new ticket email. This is an email that is sent to your agents whenever a customer submits a new ticket. The cool thing here is that this is not only a notification. In fact, if you reply to this email, it will send the client an email with your response. So that's pretty cool. You should remember about that, especially now during the vacation season. As well, here's the thing: you may have your agent may go on a vacation, and before he moves to Aruba or something like that, he can set the out of the office message. And here's the thing: if a customer sends you a new ticket, then at the same time your agent has the out of the office message enabled, then he or she receives this out of the office message as a reply. Okay, so to sum up, you should keep in mind that there are two places from which you can respond to clients' tickets. So it's either your inbox or LiveChat. Apart from that, Keep in mind that whenever someone goes on vacation, you should turn this new ticket email notification off, which can be done by clicking on Agents, oops, Edit, and here's this box. Keep in mind to save the changes, guys. Okay, moving on. Oops. Yeah. As you probably know, LiveChat offers you an option to create a custom button or greeting that will grasp your visitor attention right away. But what you may not know is that there's also a simple way to provide a link to start a chat. This link is called the direct chat link and can be used to access your live chat directly from the email signature, newsletter, and so on. The fun fact here is that, well, this is a link, so you should keep in mind that it's clickable and can be placed wherever you want. Okay, by default, this direct chat link looks something like this. So it's secure.livechatting.com, etc. You can relate it to your account by replacing this access with your license number. And your license number can be found under Settings, Channels. Okay, we'll cancel this for now. Here it is. There's also an option to connect this link to a specific group, a specific department, like for example a sales department, or even a single agent. It can be done by slightly modifying this link and adding a question mark, groups, equals, and the number of group. So you may be wondering where you can find this group number. That's a pretty cool question, and here it is. So we are still in the channel section. So click on a group link and, for example, choose sales, and here it is. For your information, our technical team has the group 2 now. Okay. What else you can do with this direct chat link? Well, you can, for example, link it up to a QR code and add it a poster or some sort of, I don't know, ebook or even marketing materials in general. And this is in fact a fairly easy process. After you generate a direct chat link, we need to select a QR code generator. And for your information, there are tons of great free generators out there, so get yourself with a direct chat link, a QR code generator, and connect them with each other. And after it's done, you'll have something like this. Okay, and from now on, whenever a customer sees your poster on the sheet, scans it, he or she can start a chat directly with you, just like that. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. Okay, so about the chat routing now. LiveChat allows you to customize the way it distributes chats to operators. You have the choice between having customers start chats automatically or having them go to the queue from which they are picked up. So in other words, you can either use the automatic routing or manual one. Okay, so using the automatic routing, when a new chat comes in, it's automatically assigned to one of available operators. By enabling this routing, each new chat goes to only one operator at a time on a rotating and availability basis. It means that this routing is based on the round-robin rule, and yeah, your chats will be evenly distributed throughout the day or throughout the shift. And there's one exception to this rule, though. You should keep in mind about the chats coming from the returning visitors. If possible, they are always assigned to the agent to which they previously chatted with. Okay, and this type of routing, this particular one, is recommended for busy teams and for companies that have a dedicated support team. And it's because, well, you should probably know that already, that this particular routing speeds things up in terms of answering chats. Alternatively, you can set new chats to be available to whomever chooses to answer. Using the manual routing, uh, all customers go into the queue at the beginning of each chat, and you will have to pick those chats up manually. So when a client enters the queue, all your operators are notified at the same time, and the first agent who picks a customer up from the queue gets the chat. Okay, so it's like the first one who grabs it gets it, something like that. At the same time, all of the other operators are notified that this chat was answered, so they continue doing other stuff. So yeah, this type of routing is recommended for small companies, where whoever is free gets the chat, and also when you want to set some sort of priority for agents and decide who should pick the chat first. And yeah, there's also a possibility that you can also create an account for a secretary. So and ask this woman, ask this man to transfer chats to tech team, to your tech team man. But before that, well, actually, he will have to check if this team is available first. Okay, so that's all for me, and over to you, Justina.
Thank you, Daniel. Now about chat limit and after login status. So as you probably know, with LiveChat, all your agents can handle multiple chats at once. The number can range from 1 to 99. It's possible to modify this number based on your business type and working style. This number can be also adjusted to each agent personally. So if you have agents who are able to handle more chats at once, because, for example, they have better typing speed, or maybe they belong to a department that doesn't require agents to answer very specific chats that take longer, then you may tweak this chat limit and make it a bigger one. I wouldn't recommend making it 99 because I think there is no one who can handle this number, at least no one I know. So it's best to keep it at a reasonable level so that both your agents can handle and customers don't have to wait for a reply. By default, this number is set to 6. We find that 6 is optimal. But you can, of course, increase it or decrease it. To do so, just go to agent section, choose an agent, because this is something that should be set individually for each agent, and then play with it. When one agent reaches his or her chat limit, then he or she won't receive any further chats. And if all your agents reach their maximum, then a queue will activate. So let's say you have 3 agents. Each of those 3 agents has a limit of 6, and you have 18 concurrent chats going. If there is 19th person coming and requesting to chat, then he or she will see a queue form. And this person will be able to chat if slot with any of the agents gets emptied. And then this person will be automatically routed to this available agent. And now a few words about agents after login status. So with LiveChat, with each application that we provide, so web application, desktop or mobile, it's possible to change the status from accepting chats to not accepting chats. When you're set to accept chats, then you are available to customers and you will receive chats either automatically or you will receive a notification that there is a person wanting to chat with you. And if you're set to not accept chats, then you will not be available to to customers, but you will still be able to navigate through the application, to supervise chats, to manage settings, handle tickets, you name it. So I think the best way to use this feature is, for example, for admins or owners to set their initial status to not accept chats after login, because this way they won't get any chats and won't get customers who are confused because they get transferred to another agent. And as Daniel mentioned before, you can set a secretary at your office. We often get a request from you or questions from you asking if it's possible to prioritize any agent within your license. There is no such feature, but we found a workaround for it, which is, for example, setting all agents to don't accept chats and only one accepting chats, and then this one agent gets all the chats and is able to distribute them among other agents. Because even if an agent is not accepting chats, he or she can still get a chat from a transfer. So this is one of the coolest way of using this feature, I think. Over to the next slide, which is a bit more technical, but a cool thing to do. So if you're using chat on multiple domains, because it's possible with LiveChat to use it on multiple domains within just one license, you will only need to create groups for it. And then you can place group codes on different domains or even pages within one domain. And the chat can look differently, can give a different feel, can have different colors, different phrases, can just offer different department. But to do this, you will need to tweak the tracking code a bit, because if a visitor starts a chat on site A or page A and then moves to site or page B, even though the code placed on this chat is for a different group, the session will still be sustained and the client will get the same chat. This is a feature of our tool just to keep one session going. So if a customer starts a chat, not to break this session. But of course, some of you may want to break the session. So to do so, we have a short line of code that should be added to your tracking code. So if you want to do this, you should ask your webmaster to add this line of code to your tracking code. And we have an example tracking code with this line added. So it should go right after the group parameter. So right here. And then, as I said, if visitor moves from site A to site B, he or she will get a totally new chat session. Right, I think that's it for today.